season, Nueva Ecija is back to defend their crown. But standing in their way are the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, a team that has reloaded in the off-season after a playoff run last year. Led by players like Justin Baltazar and Encho Serrano, Pampanga is the league's only undefeated team, winning all 15 of their games. Tonight, Pampanga hosts the defending champions inside the packed Brenzigiao Convention Center in this highly anticipated clash between the MPBL's top two teams. This is the Battle of the Titans.
Mayap Abengi, the Brenzigiao Convention Center is home to the Battle of the Titans between the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and the NUEVA ECIJA Rice Vanguards. Kaya ba ng lakas ni Encho Serrano ang experience ni Michael Wico? Magkababayan, magkakampi, pero ngayon ay magkalaban. Ito ang bakbakan sa Norte, dito lang sa Maharlika, Pilipinas Basketball League.
The time has finally come for us to witness the Battle of the Titans here in the MPBL. It is the defending champions, Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, with only one loss in this season, courtesy of Jeff Yernes and company. Today, they take on the undefeated Pampanga Giant Lanterns, who are hosting inside the Brenzigiao Convention Center for the first time in MPBL history against Nueva Ecija. There's Michael Wico, a fellow Kapampangan, teaming up with Will Macaloni. Those two are the top two scorers and rebounders in the season for Coach Gerson Cabildes. Kabila naman, you see the averages for Encho Serrano. He is technically now number one in the league in scoring, ahead of that guy, Justin Baltazar, who is the number one and the leading MVP candidate in the 5th season of the MPBL. Thank you for joining us, folks. This Mix Mom is at your service alongside Coach Christian Luanzon. And Coach Chris, if we can focus on the stars of Pampanga, what do Justin Baltazar and Encho Serrano have to do in order to neutralize Nueva Ecija? And on the other hand, what do Nueva Ecija, or what can they do in order to neutralize those two stars?
Well, you expect these two, arguably the most dynamic duo we have in the league. Now, it's a small sample size as Encho Serrano has made quite a handful of games. Pero itong si Justin Baltazar, the way he has dominated the boards, the way they have played the screen and roll, it's going to be interesting to see how they get the others involved, because you can expect Nueva Ecija really to clamp down on them defensively. So the others have to step up big time. The Concepcions, the Apolonios, the Binuyas, they're gonna have to be big time tonight.
Well, we talked about these two teams regrouping and adding some more talents in their roster midway through our 5th season. Let's see if they can be factors in tonight's event. Now, folks, we thank you for joining us live on MPTV Channel 98 on Signal TV. Also, our live streams on Facebook and on YouTube. A big shout out as well to everybody watching in our watch party sa Palayan City at dito sa San Fernando, Pampanga. Now, Coach Chris, let's break down the previous game of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. It was a big-time swing for them after being down by 20 points versus Negros.
And already scoring 2 points, but about the 22-2. Now, that's something that you rarely see happen, especially at the start of the ball game. But it was a game wherein they started flat. Nobody played over 20 minutes. 14 out of the 15 players of Nueva Ecija scored. And this is one of the deepest teams in the leagues. It's really a toss coin between Nueva Ecija and Pampanga. And obviously, we're going to see proof tonight of who wins that battle, of who's the deepest one. But after being down 20, they win the game by 22. So that's a 42-point swing or turnaround. Field goal shooting, from 51% to 34%. And then three-point shooting, 10 made three-pointers compared to 4. A game wherein at the first quarter, if you saw that game, these numbers were non-existent on the side of Nueva Ecija. But that's how good of a team they are. They can turn the switch, and they can turn it on quickly.
Well, Nueva Ecija turned the switch in the second quarter versus Negros. The same thing quite happened for Pampanga in the previous game, outscoring Pasay by a ton in the third quarter.
For this one, it was close from the beginning, and Pasay gotta give it to them. They gave Pampanga all that they could handle, maximizing their fouls, trying to get Justin Baltasar out of the game by being physical with him, fouling him, sending him to the line. But it was just too much Pampanga, especially Encho Serrano in that third quarter. It was tied 43-all. After 2 quarters, Encho Serrano exploded with 17, and eventually Pampanga won by a lot. As you look at the numbers right here, close to the field goal shooting. But this is one thing Pampanga has been consistently, insanely doing the whole season, dominating the board. So this will be a real test for them, talking about their bigs against the other bigs of a Macaloni and of Nueva Ecija.
Well, speaking of rebounding, points in the paint, and second chance scoring, Pampanga is number 1 in the league in all of those categories. And we have to break down even more of those numbers as now we present to you our team comparison between Nueva Ecija and Pampanga.
Well, you look at the numbers, there's a reason why they're the top 2 teams in the league, the top 2 teams in their division. Points scored, 93 to 88. Mataas yan, number 1 ang Pampanga. Pangatlo itong Nueva Ecija. Points allowed. The reason why they have a lot of blowout games, double digit. Ang average ng Pampanga, 18. Ito namang Nueva Ecija, 13. And then rebounds, second. Ang Nueva Ecija, pero plus 6 naman itong Pampanga. First, we talked about their domination. Both teams selfless with the basketball. Top 2 teams of passing that rock. And 2 teams which we will see in a few minutes.
There's one source of concern though for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguard, something that we did not see in the previous graphic. They're number 1 in the league in turnovers per game. So let's see if they will be able to take care of that basketball in tonight's outing. Now we have 2 players to watch out for tonight, folks. And it is the battle between 2 Kapampangans, Michael Wico and Encho Serrano.
Boy, this is going to be an exciting one. Mike Wico used to be a 20-point scorer. I believe if Mike Wico was in a different situation, let's say a middle pack team, he would still score 20. This team is so stacked. He's averaging only 12, but he's still one of the best rebounders we have in the league. Encho Serrano, on the other hand, obviously a much younger player, a most youthful player, a guy also who's improved a lot and matured through the year, especially after his stint with the DLSU Green Archers.
Well, Encho Serrano and Michael Wico are now with Mika Abisamis.
Magkababayan, magkakampi, pero ngayon ay magkalaban. Mayap abengi sa inyong dalawa, Michael Wico and Encho Serrano. Unahin natin ang kuya. Mike, nakwento mo sa akin kanina na pinaghirapan nyo yung championship nyo nung magkasama kayo sa team. Pero ngayon, magkalaban na kayo. Ano ba sa tiningin mo ang pinaka-dangerous dito kay Encho?
Siguro ngayon nasa prime siya, so talaga yung kumpiyansa niya umaapaw. Pero as a team, yung game plan namin kailangan masunod para sa kanya.
Kumpiyansa daw, Encho. At ikaw, nakwento mo sa akin kanina na sabay kayong umuwi noon. Pero ngayon sigurado may isang uuwing masaya at isang malungkot. Para sa iyo ba, paano mo pipigilan yung sinasabi mong tapang ni Mike Wico?
Siguro yung physicality. Pag naglaro naman kami sa loob ng court niyan, yung physical andyan lang yan pero paglabas naman dito at saka after ng game na to, para na kami magkapatid ni Wico. So yun nga, physical lang, laro lang talaga.
So sa dulo pala ay magkapatid pa rin. Maraming salamat, Encho Serrano and Michael Wico. Now let's start the Battle of the Titans with Richard Tampos.
Mayap Bengi Kabalen. We're glad to have you, and before we go on, may we call in the Honorable Governor of Pampanga, Dennis Delta Pineda, for his message.
First, magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Okay, I'd like to welcome po ang ating mahal na Senator, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Palakpakan po natin. Okay, so from the Nueva Ecija, the team owner po, Boss Bong Cuevas, welcome po sa probinsya ng Pampanga. Our former Mayor of Palayan City, Mayora, and the Mayor of Palayan, welcome po sa Pampanga. To all the Nueva Eciano, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Okay, guys, nandito po ako ngayon, hindi bilang coach ng Pampanga Lanterns, na umaharap sa inyo. Nandito po ako bilang gobernador po ng probinsya ng Pampanga na ang aking hangarin ay maging safe po lahat ng tao na nandito sa loob po ngayon. Okay. From the Nueva Ecija and from Kabalenco, Kapampangan, alam ko po meron tayong sinusuportahan na probinsya team. Gusto ko lang pong i-remind sa inyo na lahat po tayo na nandito ngayon, ang dumadaloy na dugo sa atin ay dugong Pilipino. Kaya hindi ho natin kailangan magkagulo. Nandito ho tayo para bigyan ng suporta ang ating mga teams. Mag-cheer lang ho tayo ng tama para sa mga team natin. To all the players from Nueva Ecija and Pampanga, maglaro ho tayo ng maayos at malinis. Ingatan po natin na makasakit ng kapwa nating players at makasakit physically or mentally po. Iwasan natin. Isipin ho natin na kapwa players natin to at tayo ay magkakapatid. Lahat ho tayo ay isang lahi lang. So, just cheer our teams, guys, and good luck sa game. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Goba Delta Pineda. Our jam-packed action never ends here at the Brenzigal Convention Center. Live on MPBL FB page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, and will be shown on 1PH. The Titans are ready onto the battlefield for the Northern Supremacy. Nueva Ecija versus your Pampanga. The 2023 OK Bet Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 5 presented by Extreme. Let's start the things up with the first unit of the MPBL. Defending champions, Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. At forward number 23, Jay Collado. Guard number 27, Chris Biton. Playing center number 28, the Komodo Dragon, Michael Mabulak. Starting at guard number 29 from San Fernando, Pampanga, Mike Huico. At forward number 51, Big Bang Toto, Byron Villarias. Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards is led by Gerson Cabiltes. Assistant coaches, Noy Catalan, Arnold Oliveros, Florian Pineda, Joseph Guion, and Harold Nang. Social media managers, Benson de la Paz and Dan Sabier. Assistant team manager, Raymond Dizon. Team manager, Ivan Cuevas. Team owners are Miss Ryan May Cuevas and Mr. Bong Cuevas, with the coaching consultant, Stevenson Chu. And now, magsigla tamo ay ninaing pakapaninayan you with their unbeaten record of 15-0. Your Pampanga Giant Lanterns AMG 3 Construction. To guard number 2 from Suklaban, Mexico, the Royal Bazooka Archie Concepcion. Starting at forward number 6, Louis Sangalang. At guard number 11 from Angeles City, Pampanga, MJ Garcia. The other forward number 77 from Sampaloc, Apalit, Pampanga, John Lloyd Clemente. And at center number 19, the pride of Apalit and Mabalacat, Pampanga, Justin Baltazar. Pampanga Giant Lanterns AMG3 Construction head coach is Pampanga Honorable Governor Dennis Delta Pineda, assisted by Pedic Di Matulak, assistant team managers Ronald Nulud and
Here we go,
Raymond
folks,
Ibarra.
presenting the starting lineups for the Battle of the Titans in the MPBL. Starting for Nueva Ecija are Chris Biton, Michael Vico, Michael Mabulak, Byron Villarias, and Jay Collado. As for Pampanga, they have MJ Garcia, Archie Concepcion, Justin Baltazar, Louis Sangalang, and John Lloyd Clemente. We thank you for joining us, folks. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Christian Noanzon and Mika Abesames. A big shout out to everyone who made it inside the Brenzy Giao Convention Center and to everybody watching as well in our watch parties in Palayan City and San Fernando. Now, Coach Christian, we've known these two teams as strong third quarter teams here in the MPBL. And so in the first quarter, do you think this should be a priority for each of our squads?
It should, because it's a 40-minute ball game, and if you have championship aspiration goals, which I believe and we're convinced that these two teams have, well, you should be able to play consistently for all 40 minutes as Baltazar opens the game with a three-pointer.
Justin Baltazar is number one in the league's MVP race, and that's by far number one in the league in scoring, rebounding, shot blocking, and minutes per game. Wico scores inside.
A beautiful flex play for Nueva Ecija. It lifts up yung mga bigs nitong Pampanga on top, and it frees up the guards underneath with that back screen. Wico opens up Nueva Ecija with his scoring inside.
Louis Sangalang tried to go up and under to no avail. Ball out of bounds in favor of the home team.
Interesting matchup for Nueva Ecija defensively. They start off their front court with Mabulak and Collado. This was the dare shot, really, that Collado gave to Baltazar, and Baltazar hits his first one. Nice reverse by Wico off the pass.
Offensive rebound and the putback here for Balti.
Not a good sign, obviously, for Nueva Ecija. The MVP frontrunner off to a terrific start, 5-0 quickly.
Baltazar is averaging almost as many rebounds as his points. 18.4 points and 17 rebounds per game.
What a rebound by Villarias. He took it up top of Justin Baltazar.
Here's Michael Mabulak, the all-star starter last year for Nueva Ecija. They go to their finals MVP. Byron misses. Now MJ Garcia will call out the play. His second year in the MPBL playing for Pampanga. Sangalang to JLC, one of their newest additions. Clemente to Balti against Jay Collado. Baltazar is fouled.
So to start the game, Nueva Ecija opting to go single coverage on the post. Well, from that angle, it looked like all leather, but obviously, mas maganda yung angulo ng official, must have gotten part of the arm. But not a good sign for Nueva Ecija as Baltazar, like we just said, off to a good start.
He just missed his first free throw attempt, but he is number one in the league in fouls received per game at 5 per outing.
There's a price to greatness. And part of that price is being hacked a lot.
Same goes for Coach Gerson Cabiltes, who has coached with a target on his back all season long. He's had one heck of a journey here in the MPBL, starting with Basilan.
Right. Did not make the playoffs as far as I can remember in his first season. And completely retooled not only his lineup, but also his maturity as a coach, at least compared to that time. And then winning the Invitational Tournament a couple Christmases back, beating the team that he's on now,
right,
Nueva Ecija, and winning a championship in Season 4. As Collado Hits inside with a nice time by Mike Wico.
Collado has been playing for Coach Gerson for 3 years already. Sanggalang inside, he scores!
It's going to be interesting to see how Nueva Ecija tries to get Mike Mabulak involved on the offensive end, because you expect the bigs from Pampanga to attack the bigs on the offensive end.
Now we bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OkiBet. Together we win. That's what Louis Sanggalang can do for you.
Right. And mabigat kasi doon, pinapunta niya ng kaliwa eh. At good strong balance move by Sanggalang against Goleado.
5 on the shot clock. Michael Wico, he lost the ball, but they will retain possession. Only 3.6 seconds remaining on Nueva Ecija's shot clock. Baseline inbound for Michael Wico. They go to Jay Collado. His shot is long. Good effort by Byron, and they will lose time.
So he had to put an extra rainbow on that arc because of the outstretched arms of Sanggalang.
Louis Sanggalang also came in late in the season, but he has been starting for Pampanga, at least for most of their games. Sanggalang to Balti, three-pointer. That's good. 9 points already for Justin Balti Baltazar.
Well, that's not Nueva Ecija's fault. Sometimes you gotta give up something. You cannot cover everything. And twice already, they want Justin to shoot the ball. Twice though, they've been burned.
5 on the shot clock. Chris Biton misses. Balti just got his 6th rebound in this game. Well on pace for another monstrous double-double. Archie, step back three-pointer. Short. And there's a foul inside on Michael Mabula.
The thing about Baltasar,
as we take a look at his three-pointer, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances, that's the second three for Balti in the same angle.
what makes him so good really, because obviously he's been scoring 17, 18 points per game. But what's deadly with him really is his offensive rebounding.
Well, he is number 1 in the league in offensive boards. It's 6.2 per game. Wico is fouled by MJ Garcia.
And to me, as good of an offensive player that he is, Migs, his asset really is on the offensive glass. Aside, it's not because he's 6'8" or 6'9". He's always active on the boards and really utilizing yung kanyang mga mahabang kamay at kanyang grit sa loob.
And speaking of utilizing, why don't we utilize Mika Abesamis right about now? Go ahead, Mika.
For Coach Gerson Cabiltes, this game is only the battle of positioning. Whoever wins the real deal would be the North Finals, but you can get a position in the standings with this. Now, he said that the Giant Lanterns are at their peak. Gilas caliber, PBA experience, and are in their 20s. So this would really be the best time for them to shine. This is Pampanga's 9th home game in their 16th game and won all. So normally Coach Gerson would have 20 plays ready for man and 7 plays ready for zone. Today may +2 daw for man. Migs, Coach Chris.
Dumagdag pa. Biruin mo yun para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Even Jonathan Oiloan told me that they had 2 days worth of scouting. 2 days hindi yun na part of the day, but 48 hours worth of scouting for this week.
The life of a coach.
And it's good for Mika to mention the caliber of Pampanga. Do you think this is the toughest team that they have faced in 2 seasons? Itong Nueva Ecija.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And this is no knock on the other teams. We just talked about this in the last game. We have like 6 or 7 legit contenders that can win it all this season. But it just puts Pampanga and Nueva Ecija, you could say, a notch higher.
Yeah.
But the other teams are right there.
Michael Wico just converted from downtown, but there's the answer from Louis Sanggalang.
Enzo Serrano making an impact right away on the bench, not with his scoring, but with his vision right there with the pass.
Encho does average 6 assists per game. And a stop here for Pampanga. Apolonio on the run. Numbers. Binuya on the finish. Now this is a foul on Raymond Binuya.
And as expected, Binuya, as matured as he is, still feisty. That's how he makes his bread. And if you're Mike Mabulak, it might be a better option for you to face up the bigger and taller Justin Baltazar that led to the fast break right here. Easy 2 on the pass by Sangalang.
As much as we have praised Encho Serrano, who scored 33 points versus Pasay, Raymond Binuya was also a catalyst for that third quarter separation.
He was.
Byron Villarias, he misfires, rebound Balti. Baltazar already has 8 rebounds with 9 points. Encho down the middle, basket and 1!
Mix, it's always a recipe for disaster. If your defense on the ball screen, when the on-the-ball defender goes on top, and the one defending the screener is squeezing the defender, that's a blow-by on 2 defenders, which led to the quick opening by Serrano inside. 2+1 coming up.
Encho Serrano, before this matchup versus Nueva Ecija, has played 3 games in the MPBL, and he also has 3 Best Player of the Game awards, averaging 24 points per outing.
33 in their last game against a tough Pasay team.
That game was tied at halftime. 18-8. Roy Sumang, also one of the later additions of Nueva Ecija, against Binuya. Tough defense. Sumang converts.
No question, Roy Sumang can put the ball in the hoop. The question is, how will he do it that time? Opting to go on his own as Serrano gusto niyang bawiin.
Could not do so. Scramble here. Some commotion between Vico and Binuya. And just like that, Michael Vico is now the main kontrabida in Pampanga. He used to be a 2-time All-Star for the Pampanga Dong and Giant Lanterns.
Used to be a fan favorite. And this is the MPBL. And this is what you like about the home and away concept. It allows the fans to get more involved and engaged. And this was the nice move, the step back to the left by Super Sumang.
18-11, under 4 minutes in the opening quarter. Allen Liwag, the handoff to Encho Serrano. 7 on the shot clock. Serrano against Uiloan. Encho with a drive, he picks up the foul.
That quick first step is just tough to handle because Jonathan Uiloan is a good defender.
Now, of course, Jonathan Uiloan is now the ultimate veteran of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. He has delivered in terms of leadership for Nueva Ecija. But one thing's for sure, Encho Serrano will not fear this guy. As fearless as anybody can come in basketball. Encho misses at the line though. Tagana's signature forward pass. Renz Palma. He needs a teammate. There's Roy Sumang. Under 3.5 minutes. Sumang with a step back. That will be 3 free throws for Roy Sumang.
Roy Sumang comes into the ball game down double figures, hits the first 3, and was ultra aggressive on that play. Also trying to get into the head of Binuya. Little incidents on the other end. Now he has a chance to go for 6 points and trim this lead down to 4.
Madam Ryan Cuevas enjoying the action at the sideline. She's wearing a Roy Sumang jersey. Sumang actually struggled in his first appearance. That was against QC. Did not really score as much in the first half versus Batangas. Struggled as well, but in the third quarter, he was able to reach double figures just like that. By the way, we just saw Sir Bong Cuevas and Hesit Gabo watching as well at the sideline. Binuya on the escape. Bounce pass. Balti. There seems to be a foul here.
You see the attention of Pampanga. What I like about Pampanga is that they're not only dropping the ball, which they normally do, straight post to Balti Baltasar. They started the game, pin downs, trying to check and see kung anong klaseng depensa lalaroin itong Nueva Ecija. Justin Baltasar hitting his 2 outside shots. If you're Nueva Ecija, you don't want to overreact to that. 2 of 2 from 3. You still would rather see him shoot the ball from the outside rather than dominate you inside, as you see Ian Sangalang and the beast Calvin Abueva.
They've actually been helping out Pampanga in this past week, no? In terms of their practices. Sama mo na rin dyan si Larry Muyang. By the way, some legends as well are present in today's outing. Danny Ildefonso, Arwin Santos, and of course, Senator Manny Pacquiao. 20-13, 3 minutes remaining in the first. Roy Sumang against Raymond Binuya. 2 screens up top. Sumang still at it. Inside, lefty basket for him.
He has only one thing in mind, and that is to attack the defense of Binuya.
Binuya almost had the same idea on the other end. He got fouled.
And look at this move by Sumang. A little hezzy, show, go, hop, finishing with the left. Baltasar can only watch.
Well, that's the thing about Roy Sumang. He did mention it wasn't too hard for him in terms of adjusting in the style of play in the MPBL. It really was more just about his rhythm, for the Rice Vanguards, which he eventually got already.
Come to think of it, his play is the style of play of the MPBL. Little running gun. A guy who could definitely put the ball in the hoop. He has that experience already.
Sumang fires again. This time it's off to the right. Apolonio on the run. Jason crossover, almost traveled. Allen Liwag, his turn to fire. No good. Nueva Ecija down by 6. Sumang calling out to play. Renz Palma up top against Apolonio. Palma, bounce pass, turnover. One guy ahead. Encho Serrano on the breakaway. Ooh, a sorry miss on the layup. The other end, Palma. No good.
A little showboat that time by Encho Serrano as he missed that layup.
Balik tayo sa Pampanga. Balti, 3-pointer again. This time it's a miss. Baltazar, by the way, has 11 points and 9 rebounds already. Will Macaloni down the middle. He loves going to his left. Traveling violation.
Oh, he's going to have a tough time against the younger and quicker Allen Liwag. If you're Bill Macaloni, you want to give up the basketball, get into your comfort zone on the post and take him there. This one, not the highlight you want to show again.
Serrano could have dunked that ball as well, to no avail. You saw the smile on Roy Sumang's face. Encho now bringing down that basketball. Can he bounce back? Turnover story, 4-1. Again, Nueva Ecija is number 1 in the league in turnovers per game as Jason Apolonio makes a 3-pointer.
Well, Pampanga is not a great 3-point shooting team, but they've had games wherein they were double digits on that department. In the last game, they made 11 3-pointers. Apolonio makes the first.
That's the
makes
first.
His first, rather.
Yeah, that's outside of Balti, who made 2 threes already. Serrano on the drive and kick. Apolonio, good block by Renz Palma. Save here for Nueva Ecija. 42 seconds. Roy Sumang, he continues to attack the defense of Binuya. 9 points now for Roy Sumang. 24-17, under 30 seconds. Enzo against Uylon. Two-man game at Sanggalang. Binuya from the corner, short. Rebound. Looks to be out of bounds. Nueva Ecija will now take possession as Byron Villarias returns for the Rice Vanguards. Villarias last year had the most Best Player of the Game awards in the regular season for Nueva Ecija. He wasn't an all-star, he wasn't a Mythical 5 selection, but he was the finals MVP for Coach Gerson. 17 seconds before the end of one.
He's just one of the best two-way players we have in this league. A guy who can shoot, score, and defend.
6 seconds. Bitoon down the middle. A miss on the layup. 1 second. Liwag, no foul. And so that will do it in this high-octane first quarter for your matchup between Nueva Ecija and Pampanga. The Giant Lanterns are off to a good start.
Parang nagpakiramdaman itong dalawang koponan na to, no? And especially yung opensiba nitong Pampanga. They start Justin Baltasar in the outside. That not only happened once, dalawang beses nangyari yan. And this one on the ball screen. Was able to hit Collado on a nice dime by Wigo. But this was the block by Baltasar on Mike Mabulak. That led to the fast break, 4-2 for Binuya. And Pampanga off to a good start, up by 7 after 10.
We're back inside the Brenzigiao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. You're seeing Arwin Santos, Ian Sanggalang, and Calvin Abueva at the sidelines.
Those are big-time names, but none compared to the big-time name beside us right now.
Yes.
I'm telling you na. Ngayon pa lang, sinasabi ko na sa'yo.
And we are celebrating the fact that we now have 3 commentators for this game. Welcoming our head of basketball operations, Emer Oreta. Boss, good evening sa'yo. Kamusta ang experience so far?
Ito, I'm very excited and good evening sa lahat ng fans natin ng MPBL. Good evening to you guys. It's good to be here.
All right, it is the second quarter now beginning for your matchup between Pampanga and Nueva Ecija.
Nasa si Emer Oreta. Hindi si Emer Oreta yung narinig ko. Ibang version ng Emer Oreta to.
Coach Christian, you know, alam naman natin, no, yung ganitong mga klaseng laro as a player, parang gusto mo, no? Nandito ka sa ball game ng mga ganitong situation. So, I mean, we're happy and nandito ang ating founder at si Commissioner Kenneth, no? At overwhelming yung development natin ngayon.
Oh my gosh. Kung ganito lang na may exposure tayo, every game dapat nandito si Boss Emer. Ngayon na tayo napakita. Pero totoo yan, no, Emer? Yeah. Dahil obviously, we were talking about this, you know, off the air of how far the league has come. You know, we've been through it. Yung birth pains, you've been through it more. Diba? Even behind the scenes. Talk about, you know, the 5 years so far as a foul off the ball by Pampanga Tolentino on Palma. But talk about how, just to refresh yung mga memorya ng mga fans ng MPBL, we have quite a following already. You know, paano ba talaga nagsimula to?
First and foremost, if I'm not mistaken, you're here since day one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, taos puso tayo nagpapasalamat since day one yung mga naniwala sa atin. And now, na-witness natin yung development ng liga. So, as I've said, no, masayang-masaya si founder Senator Manny Pacquiao. Nakita mo naman, no? This is just the North Division. No, mayroon pa tayong South. Let's not forget about that. So,
Right. That's a good point because if you want to talk about big matchups in the MPBL, Nueva Ecija and Pampanga, both of their schedules are gonna get tougher as we go through the season. Mas magaganda pa yung makikita nating matchups.
I agree on that, Migs. Kaya nga sabi natin, yun ang kagandahan ng MPBL. Maraming inaabangan yung mga fans natin ng mga magagandang matchup.
Right now, we have a timeout. The score reads 24-17 with 9 minutes and 14 in the second quarter. Ibabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Boss Emmer, breakdown natin yung past 6 home court games ng Pampanga. No? We've witnessed a lot of close games already in this venue.
Yeah, makikita natin. Obviously, lahat panalo. But at the end of the day, makikita ngayon, susubukan natin ngayon itong Pampanga team. Laban dito sa defending champion natin. So, very exciting itong matchup natin ngayon.
And this is the first home court defense of Pampanga in San Fernando because in Season 3, the game between Pampanga and Nueva Ecija happened in Angeles City.
Exactly. Yung pa yung home court ng Pampanga. Giant Lanterns. Now, we transfer here, may kita mo yung support. One thing for sure, alam ni Coach Christian, basta Kapampangan, ang support nila sa basketball, overwhelming.
But, Boss Emmer, I wanted to ask you, because you played pretty much your whole life. You have that experience. You have multiple championships, with Talking Tex. You know how to win. But looking at this game, obviously, you would say, lamang ng kaunti itong Pampanga with the record, as you see. Justin Baltasar scores inside. 15-0, 14-1, home court tayo ng Pampanga. Ano sa tingin mo kailangan gawin itong Nueva Ecija, so that they would stun this crowd and come out as the winning team after tonight?
Again, let's not forget defending champion itong Nueva Ecija. And I think sanay sila Coach Gerson lumaban ng away. Just last season, makikita natin yung against Zamboanga. Kaya I think makakancel out yun. I think sanay ang Nueva Ecija dito.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Yung experience ang immaturity nila.
Exactly.
And they won the championship in Zamboanga.
Right. Yeah. Kaya yun ang isang maganda dito sa matchup na to. Makakancel out. Now, we all know that Pampanga has the home court advantage. But then again, the championship experience, sabi mo nga, Coach Chris, is with Nueva Ecija.
Right.
So, let us see kung sino yung magkakaroon ng magandang adjustment during the game.
It's always too easy or too early to tell, if you're going up against Nueva Ecija, who's known to being a third quarter team as well. Right now, it is 26-17, 8 minutes and 14. Josh Montanilla is now on the floor, working with Michael Mabulak, Harvey Pagsanhan, Byron Villarias, and Sherwin Concepcion. Mabulak, no good on the short stab. Battle for the rebound. It ends up with Montanilla.
Well, if Nueva Ecija wants to have success in this game, they gotta get Mike Mabulak going. And that 15-foot jumper is gonna be key for him. Because I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to score inside the paint one-on-one against the umbrella defense of Justin Baltasar, which he forced a turnover just now.
Earlier in this game, Coach Chris, you talked about the touches of Michael Mabulak. It hasn't been the same compared to last year, Diba, Emmer, last year, ang dami niyang tanggap sa poste at naging crowd favorite siya. All-star pa ng Nueva Ecija.
Yun nga ang inaabangan natin, the matchup of the big boys of Nueva Ecija against Justin Baltasar. So, for me, nag-a-adjust din tong big guys ng Nueva Ecija. Knowing that yung Justin Baltasar, yung athleticism niya. At the same time, yung height niya, yun ang advantage niya talaga dito sa big boys ng Nueva Ecija.
Oh, some commotion on the floor here between Tolentino and Villarias off of that Sanggalang miss.
And what I like about Tolentino, as soon as he came in, you know, one of the things you expect as a coach ng mga bench players is really to sustain yung energy while nagpapahinga yung mga starters. And he has done an excellent job of bringing energy on both ends. Pinahihirapan niya si Villarias makatanggap ng bola and really has made his presence felt in a short period of time.
That's basically the reason why they got him from Iloilo. But now he's playing for his hometown. 26-17, Josh Fontanilla against Kurt Trayson. Screened by Mabulak. Lumalabas, Bobby B. They go down low. Mabulak, defended by Baldi. 6 on the shot clock. Michael Mabulak. Tough move, no conversion.
No, he wanted that basket badly, not only to trim the lead down, but really to boost his confidence.
Oh, what a move. What a sorry miss for MJ. Recovery for Pampanga. And that's 2 points for Luis Sanggalang. Tapos sa kabila, ang Nueva Ecija. Sagot naman si Michael Mabulak.
And that's how you beat Justin Baltasar and give yourself a chance to score, by beating him quickly on the other end. And for Nueva Ecija, if you want to start a run, as you see, little off-the-ball action, tinawagan si Mike Mabulak, or is this a double foul?
We're gonna have to check that. At some point, mahirap na mapakinggan yung mga pito ng referee dahil ang ingay dito, Boss Emer.
Yan naman sanay tayo sa ganyan sa MPBL. Kaya yung mga players natin, alam na kung paano maglaro sa MPBL. Even our referees, they're used to it already.
That's why they have a different set of training, no?
Exactly.
Also, it's a turnover against Pampanga.
So was it a charge on Balti?
I'm not so sure.
Balti's trying to defend Michael Mabulak. The cut by Harvey, he misses. Balukanag. And a foul on Pampanga.
A smart cut right there and a good pass by Mabulak to Pagsanhan. Now Pagsanhan with that cut was able to draw the defense of De Leon. He missed the shot, yes, but it opened up the offensive rebound for Bobby Balukanag.
But makikita natin doon, Coach Chris, yung mga offensive rebound ni Balukanag. Before, may putback right away. But right now, dahil sa height advantage ng Pampanga, meron siya ngayon down na ibalik agad.
May duda, you know?
Yun yung isang advantage talaga nitong Pampanga team against Nueva Ecija.
Pampanga is number 1 in the league in shot blocking at 4.7 per ball game. Hindi pa kasama dyan yung intimidation moments at tinutukoy mo, boss.
Well, 2 things I'm looking at really if Nueva Ecija wants to give themselves a chance to come out with a win. Number 1, 3-point shooting. I think guys like Villarias, Puiloan, even Aculiado, they gotta get it going from the outside too. They gotta run the break. I think Pampanga is just too good of a half-court team to defend if they're gonna challenge their offense or their defense rather in the half-court.
A miss by Balti.
Just like this one.
Yeah. Good play. But tama ka doon, Coach Chris. I think kailangan nila ng shooting ni Byron Villarias. But for my observation, nakikita natin bago siya makatanggap ng bola, he's very exhausted already because of the defense ng Pampanga.
Now we bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OK Bet. Together we win. That's the usual role of Bobby B for Nueva Ecija.
And they got that, as we mentioned, off the fast break. You're talking about one of the best transition teams in the league in terms of fast break points at 18 points per game. Itong Nueva Ecija.
28-21, Neil Tolentino scores inside. Oh, you want to talk about energy? Hindi magkukulang dyan si Neil Tolentino.
Tama. Look, sino pang binabantay nito ni Tolentino is Byron Villarias.
The love for Byron, not the usual look for him, but he'll take it. You think that's the way for Byron to kind of make his defenders have a hard time? Be a presence inside?
Dapat magkaroon ng ibang firepower si Byron. Not only their outside shooting, kailangan niya rin sometimes to drive para ma-mix niya yung mga ginagawa niyang opensa para sa Nueva Ecija.
And this is a foul against Pampanga, De Leon, and Balukanag. It's a dogfight inside every time the ball is up in the air. And how about this drive? A little stretch layup for Tolentino against a defense. Really a better defender. Well, how about the alley-oop play? Good pass right there by Fontanilla, eye in the sky for Villarias.
Let's see if that can be something new. That's also very good for Nueva Ecija, as we're seeing some free throws here for the Rice Vanguards. Ngayon, puntahan natin si Mika Abisamis.
The main point of putting all these pieces together for Pampanga is exactly this, to test against the defending champions. One of which is Balti Baltazar, who really prepared for the front line of Nueva Ecija. Gusto daw niyang idagdag ito sa medals niya. Gilas, B-League, and now to beat the Rice Vanguards. Migs, Coach Chris, and Coach E.
Yeah, that's a nice goal for Balti Baltazar, who's done a lot of things already in Philippine basketball. Coach Chris, in terms of his ranking in the Philippines, how would you classify now itong si Justin Balti Baltazar, no, sa lahat ng levels in Philippine basketball?
Well, that's a tough question. But in terms of drafting, for example, if he would opt in and decide to go for the next draft, he would definitely be unanimously the #1 pick. Especially how he's playing right now, how he's dominating here in the MPBL. And again, what you like about him is not only his scoring ability, his ability to score from the outside, but you're getting a guy who can defend as well.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. It's the partner in crime of Justin Baltazar at the line.
But you know, my partner right here, he would disagree. Ito si Boss Emer.
Ikaw, boss, anong...
Ang sagot niya, hindi daw eh.
Hindi?
Number 2 lang si
Number
Balti. Number 1, Cyrus Baguio.
Cyrus Baguio. Big shout out to him. Babalik ba yun dito sa liga?
I mean, Coach Chris, I agree on that. Iba na yung nilalaro ni Justin Baltazar ngayon. But again, Cyrus Baguio is Cyrus Baguio. No? But again, itong si Justin Baltazar, ibang nilalaro. No? Kasi, iba talaga.
Kumusta ka dyan?
Well, iba rin ang nilalaro ni Will Macaloni in the season. He's the leading scorer of Nueva Ecija, leading rebounder as well. But he's not 100% in tonight's ball game after hyperextending his knee in one of their previous games against Batangas. The score now is 31-26. Just saw some legends here in Pampanga. Ian Sangalang, Calvin Abueva, Arvin Santos, all sitting together at the sideline. They actually gave a lot of advice to the Giant Lanterns in this past week as they prepared for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Right now the score reads 31-26 with under 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Obviously,
I know that. I know that guy.
Which one?
Well, yung kanina pinakita, no? Sir Gus Vargas. He's
Really? Nakita ko si
Sir Gus.
Sir Gus,
Oh,
yeah.
Sir
I know
Gus,
him.
yeah.
I know him, yeah.
But, Alaska Days now with Converge.
Sa dinami-rami kasi ng tao dito, mahirap na makita minsan.
Good to have you here, Sir Gus.
Balik tayo sa ating laro. JB Baguio bringing down that basketball. Enzo will go to MJ Garcia. Up top, Baguio, 10 on the shot clock. Enzo trying to seal inside. Garcia back to Serrano. On the spin, fade, in and out. Ball was off of Nueva Ecija. And Coach Jerson is very upset. But referees will reverse the call. It's now Rice Vanguards basketball.
Well, that time Pampanga went to the post. Not because Baltazar is on the bench. They go to Enzo Serrano on the post. And he makes a turnaround. He had a good look. Pero eto, battled for the rebound. Clearly off of Liwag.
So we go back.
That's good call for the other referee. You know? I think he has a good look on that situation.
Macaloni, good spin on that ball.
very obvious, Coach Chris and Migs, no? Pag nawala si Justin Baltasar,
Right.
talagang big boys ng Nueva Ecija. Talagang they will take advantage of this one.
And that was the point I was just going to say, that this is such a crucial window for both teams. For Nueva Ecija, how do you take advantage dun sa pinapoint out ni Coach Emer? And for Pampanga, how long can they have Baltasar on the bench?
Encho Serrano try to be the answer for Pampanga. Inside, he could not score. Baguio, great effort, but no conversion. One more try here for the Giant Lanterns. Feet inside. Serrano, wala pa rin.
Wow. Wow. What a sequence there, Coach Chris.
Right.
Nakikita mo yung offensive rebound ng Pampanga.
Apat.
But yung patience ng Nueva Ecija to defend those attempts ng Pampanga. No? Nakuha nila yung bola and then may foul pa for Babulak.
And that brings us to the point that you guys were trying to point out kanina, because Nueva Ecija is an experienced, mature team. Kung nangyari sa ibang kupunan yun, 4 na beses kang nakuha ng offensive rebound, mag-give up na lang on the play. Sige, bigyan mo rin 2 points. But not Nueva Ecija at that time, even though they're a smaller team. At napaganda pa sa kanila, na-rewardan pa ng free throw. Ito si Mike Mabulak.
I agree on that. No, maybe some teams may pa-foul na on that situation. But doon natin makikita yung experience ng Nueva Ecija.
Serrano on the other end still couldn't buy a basket. And now a pushing foul on Pampanga.
Now Enzo Serrano has to settle down, especially after he missed that open layup late in the first quarter when he just came in. He has to settle down a little bit, and just get in the flow of things.
I think that's why Coach Gob Delta pinasok na si Justin.
Para may stabilizer na.
Makikita natin, Chris, pag nilabas talaga si Justin, they will go to Encho Serrano. But I think tama ka, kailangan mag-settle down muna ni Encho for this situation.
There's Madam Ryan Cuevas still enjoying the action.
Well, nasa scorer's table na. Ito si John Lloyd Clemente at mukhang, hindi. Si Concepcion ang papalitan niya at hindi si Serrano.
So JLC, Balti, and Encho are all together in the game alongside Luis Sangalang and NJ Garcia.
I like this matchup, Coach Chris, of Encho Serrano and Mike Wico.
Yeah.
Both Kapampangan, sinasabi nga nila na before, si Mike Wico ang king, now si Encho daw magiging prince. No, but for me, for Encho, dapat ang mentality mo ngayon, Kuya Mike, ako nang bahala sa Pampanga team.
Yon.
That's nice.
Yeah.
May transition na nagaganap as Michael Wico now fires a three-pointer.
That's a rare one.
He already made a 3 though earlier in this game. 31-30. Pampanga looking for answers. Serrano inside. Good feed. Soaring miss for Sangalang.
That's a nice look for Encho, no? Na-miss nga lang ni Sangalang.
Well, they had Clemente on the corner and his guy was hesitant to tag on the weak side. That's why the roller got open. Just couldn't complete the play.
Montanilla onto the popping. Will Macaloni. Now he drives and spins. There you see, again, the blocking ability of Balti. Pass inside, shot clock violation. Some extra motion here between Macaloni and Serrano.
See, what's impressive about that play by Baltasar and Macaloni is that Macaloni tried to take him off the dribble, sinabayan niya, and put him in a position para makapalpal and eventually force the turnover.
Macaloni still trying to have a word with Serrano. Again, these players of Nueva Ecija, they have to be very careful as they are not on their home court for tonight. Last year kasi nakarami silang home court, no? Compared to this year, not really that much.
So far, but I'm sure we're gonna get there. Ito yung sinasabi natin. Halos hindi na tumalon si Baltasar sa outstretched arms, no?
There you see the extra
doon natin
motion.
makikita, Coach Chris, na sanay si Macaloni. Pag mga ibang big guys ng MPBL yon, I think that's an end-one play.
Tama.
But here with Pampanga, talagang yung advantage ni Baltasar, no? Sa being athletic din. At kaya na medyo nahihirapan itong mga big guys ng Nueva Ecija.
Well, you're talking about Bill Macaloni, a 15-point scorer. Now, he's been hurt the past few weeks. But obviously, let's not kid ourselves. Any player, alam mo to pare. Di ba? Nakakalendaryo na yan sa'yo eh. Minamarka mo na yan pag yung mga ganitong laro. Kahit anong sakit pa ang nararamdaman mo.
Actually, alam nyo, Mix and Coach Chris, July 1 yung game nila. But May pa lang, these guys are preparing for this one. No, both teams are calling us, even Commissioner Kenneth. They're preparing for this game. Really hard, no? That's for sure. And may kita naman natin, napakaganda ng game.
And everybody else has anticipated this matchup. 13-7 is our scoring in this quarter so far. 31-30, 2 minutes and change before halftime. Baltazar, high-low. Clemente could not score.
That's a nice play though by Pampanga. Good call by Coach Gov Delta. Baltazar was the passer. Clemente was the guy inside on the low.
Binuya in trouble here with Jay Collado. Ball out of bounds. That could have been the perfect opportunity for Nueva Ecija to get their first lead in this ball game. And that's trailing by as many as 11 earlier in this matchup.
Ganyang kabilis si Binuya. Ni hindi man lang natin napansin pumasok. Pero napansin na kagad natin. Oh, siya na pala yung kasama ni Collado doon on the loose ball dito.
Doon ka nagulat. Sabi mo, mabilis si Binuya, pero si Collado pala yung kabanggaan niya.
Mas mabilis
pa,
no?
Binuya wasn't ready for that pass from Balti. But they have possession here. Collado will sit down. Still a 1-point game.
Medyo
Pampanga.
maliit yung big guys dito ni Coach Gerson.
Oh, Balukanag tsaka Taganas.
Yeah.
Wico on the cross. Byron.
Short.
Still no conversion from downtown. Wico, Taganas. And there's a
Wow.
foul.
Wow. Diyan ka naman ma-amaze kay JR Taganas. Oh. Every time na binubunot siya ni Coach Gerson, Coach Christian and Mix, nagdi-deliver siya ng mga offensive rebound na ganyan.
Tamang pwestuhan lang.
Tama. And, we mentioned this on the top of the coverage na nabanggit natin na one thing that most of the teams have failed to do against Pampanga is to stay in step on the rebounding department. Usually, ang lamang ng Pampanga, 10, 15, but not tonight. So far, 31-30 ang ating score. 29-27 ang rebounding battle between Pampanga and Nueva Ecija.
Wow.
Well, these two, they're the number 1 and 2 rebounding teams in the MPBL.
I think that's very obvious. Importante yung rebounding eh. For me, like what I've said, itong si JR Taganas, malaking advantage yung, you will agree on me, Coach Chris, yung second chance point.
Boss, agree ako lagi sa'yo. Alam mo yan.
Huwag mo naman tawagin akong boss. Nanonood yung boss natin, our founder, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Yun lang ang boss natin sa MPBL.
Big boss.
Yeah. So, yung second chance na makukuha mo lagi for coming from JR Taganas, malaking bagay.
Oh, Taganas
isa pa yan.
With a steal, forward pass. A great recovery for Sangalang. There's a travel.
And that's one of the rare times you see Shaq Taganas, maybe Shaq, make a bad pass. He's actually one of the best of giving outlet passes.
Right. See what happened there.
Yeah, tama ka doon, Coach Chris. No? Very amazed yung ginagawa ni Shaq. Coming of rebound. And then yung outlet pass niya sa mga small guys ng Nueva Ecija. Alam na alam nila. For sure, every practice, ginagawa nila yan.
Minsan nga, big to big pa yun eh.
Nice.
Ooh, walk inside by Sangalang. Forward pass, Serrano to JLC. Short stab, no good. One more chance. Wala pa rin. There's a whistle blown, a foul on Byron.
That's 3 good looks by John Lloyd Combinente. 3 looks were in. Really, he can do that in his sleep. It's just a matter of time once he makes those shots. It's a good thing though. They were able to retain possession. What a block by Sangalang of what you thought Palma was up there for the finish.
There's the effort from JLC on the other end. But the foul happened away from the basketball as Baltazar was pushed. Here's Balti. They go to Sangalang. Louis in trouble. Is that a walk? It is.
Well, Baltasar did not have much space to operate on. So if you're Sangalang, you want to get low on the block so that Baltasar would have that real estate to operate.
They have a timeout here. The score reads 31-30 with 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We're back inside the Brenzigiao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. This is the battle between the two titans of the MPBL. Nueva Ecija, your defending champions, against the undefeated Pampanga Giant Lanterns. This is Mix Gomez alongside Coach Christian Lumanzon and Emer Oreta, ang ating head of basketball operations. There you see our founder, Manny Pacquiao, at the sidelines with Commissioner Kenneth Durendes, head of security Rudy Distrito, Sir Bong Cuevas as well, joining them. The score reads 31-30 under 40 seconds before halftime. Chris Bitoon against Raymond Binuya. Screen by Taganas. Bitoon, the shack, 8 on the shot clock. There's the roll. Taganas taking his time. Turnover. Balti goes to Serrano. Encho on the run. Good feed. The fake and the block by Nueva Ecija.
Wow. Wow. Grabe yung transition defense na pinapakita ng MBC, Coach Chris.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And of what seemed to be an easy layup for Pampanga, Nueva Ecija not giving up on the play. They will get the ball back and get the last possession, possibly to take the lead heading into the half.
They haven't led in this game so far. Itong Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. We have 16 seconds to go before halftime. 31-30, timeout. You see the next 3 games for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, all main events. They go to Bulacan on July 6 to take on the Cuyas. Then they visit Batangas to face the Embassy Chill on July 13. Afternoon, balik sila dito sa Brenzigiao Convention Center on July 18 to take on the Iloilo United Royals. Right now, it is the battle between Nueva Ecija and Pampanga. It's been all Pampanga in this matchup, leading by as many as 11. Hindi pa lumalamang ng Rice Vanguards, but this could be their golden opportunity to do so.
Well, let's see if they could execute better, because the play they ran before they got the stop on the fast break was really for Sherwin Concepcion on a screen away after the ball screen up top. Medyo nakialam si Shaq Taganas nun. Hindi na pasaan si Concepcion.
Tama ka nun, Coach Chris.
Baka balikan nila yun.
Yeah, I think JR Tagana should have been rolling on that sequence.
Exactly.
7 seconds here. Sherwin Concepcion working with Chris Biton against Binuya. Down to 2 seconds. Huilon to beat the buzzer. And that's the first lead in this ball game for Nueva Ecija.
Wow. What a time para makuha ng Nueva Ecija yung lead.
Well, we talked about three-point shooting. Nueva Ecija struggled in the first half, but nonetheless, that shot puts them over the top, at least in the half. They had 2 options right here on the ball screen. Villarreal was lifting up right here on the screen down by Sherwin Concepcion. Bitoon goes to Uiloan. Uiloan, hindi naman siya pinahiya.
Great composure right there by the ultimate veteran of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Nueva Ecija in control as we enter halftime, 33-31. And now we present to you ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino Junior MPBL.
Oportunidad, panibagong pagkakataon para sa mga kabataan na pag-asa ng ating bayan. Mga kababayan ko mula sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, inahandog ko sa inyo ang nalalapit na pagsisimula ng Junior MPBL, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. Sabay-sabay po nating tunghayan ang talento ng bawat kupunan ng mga kabataan mula sa 14 under, 16 under at 18 under na nagmula sa iba't ibang bahagi ng ating bansa. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at patuloy po natin suportahan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
Mga kabataan na subok, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Back at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center for your OKBet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League and the Battle of the Titans between the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and the NUEVA ECIJA Rice Vanguards. Now, I am joined by three very special guests. Founder of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, Senator Manny Pacquiao, owner of the NUEVA ECIJA Rice Vanguards, Sir Bong Cuevas, and Honorable Deputy Speaker of the District Representative, 3rd District of Pampanga, Honorable Aurelio Dong Gonzales Jr. Senator, maraming salamat po at nandito po kayo ngayon. 5 years ago po, pangarap pa lang po itong MPBL. Lumipat na po tayo ng iba't ibang lalawigan, ibang bansa, at ngayon po nandito na tayo. Ano pong gusto niyo sabihin sa lahat po ng sumusuporta sa atin?
Tama po yan at itong MPBL ang adhikain ay mabigyan ng kasiyahan ng ating mga Pilipino at saka mabigyan ng opportunity yung mga basketballista natin. And sa layo ng naarating natin, maraming salamat sa buong sambayan ng Pilipino sa walang sawang pagsuporta ng liga ng bawat Pilipino, ang MPBL.
At Senator, excited tayo kasi meron pong bago, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Sa July 9 na po yan. Excited na po ba kayo?
Ito po ay good news para sa mga kabataan natin na mayroon po tayong liga under 18 under, 16 under, tsaka 14 under. Magsisimula po ngayong July 9 ang opening po at marami pong sumali. Maraming salamat doon sa lahat ng mga teams na sumali. Excited na yung mga bata.
Maraming salamat po. Once again, the founder of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Hello, Sir Bong. Kahit po maingay dito, naririnig pa rin natin ang cheer ng mga Novo Ecijanos. Sabi mo po sa akin kanina, this game is actually very inspiring for you. Tell me more about that.
Una sa lahat, gusto ko magpasalamat kay Congressman Dong Gonzales at saka sa Governor Delta at sa mga taga Pampanga sa pagtanggap sa amin dito sa inyong Coliseum. Dito lang naman kami, ang gusto lang namin bigyan ng magandang laban ang Pampanga para masubukan namin ang galing ng Pampanga.
Thank you, sir. Ano pong gusto niyo sabihin sa mga Novo Ecijanos na nasa Nueva Ecija ngayon na sumusuporta sa inyo?
Alam mo, kami sa Nueva Ecija, isa lang naman ang gusto namin palagi. Basta ipanalo lang namin, ilaban namin ito, lalong-lalo na pag ang kalaban namin Pampanga.
Maraming salamat po, owner of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, Sir Bong Cuevas. Sir, good afternoon po. Thank you for giving the MPBL a warm welcome po tuwing nandito po kami sa Pampanga. Kumusta po kayo ngayon and how are you enjoying this game?
Always welcome po sa lalawigan ng Pampanga, lalo na yung lalawigan ng Nueva Ecija. We are both from Central Luzon. This is a exciting game, Pampanga and Nueva Ecija. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa mga tiga Nueva Ecija na nandito ngayon. You enjoy the game. Kung sino man po ang manalo sa atin, ang panalo ang Central Luzon. Ano po? So to all of you, karigay ka ng Kapampangan na Chukeni, the leadership of our Governor Dennis Delta Pineda, our team owner AG Gonzales, at siyempre si City Councilor Benz Gonzales, Board Member Maika, at saka si Nanay Baby Pineda, mga Pineda family who are always supporting the basketball players here in Pampanga. Kaya po ako nagpapasalamat. Nakita nyo naman, this is an exciting ball game. Ito ang game na inahantay buhat nung nag-start ang MPBL.
Maraming salamat po. Once again, Honorable Deputy Speaker Aurelio Dong Gonzales Jr. of the 3rd District of Pampanga. Magbabalik po ang OK Bet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Sa droga ay huwag paalipin, buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayan di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayan di patatalo, buong barangay barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo. Iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin. Sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo. Iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin. Sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayan di matatalo. Buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo. Iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisip.
We're back inside the Brenzy Giao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga for your main event on July 1st. Nueva Ecija taking on the undefeated Pampanga Giant Lanterns. And after trailing for the whole of the first half, they limited Pampanga to be scoreless in the last 4 minutes and 52 seconds in the second quarter. And ultimately, Jonathan Huiloan gave Nueva Ecija their first lead entering halftime.
Well, it was really a dogfight in that first half as both teams relatively struggled to shoot the basketball. 32% for Nueva Ecija, 25% for Pampanga. Pampanga having the upper hand in terms of having more chances, +6 on the attempts. But the key to me in that first half was the rebounding story of both teams. We talked about this. Pampanga usually dominating the boards. That's why they've been dominating games. More possessions, more chances to score. Not the case tonight. And we saw that example, late in the second quarter. 4 offensive rebounds given up. Coach Ember pointed out that Nueva Ecija just stood their ground, stayed disciplined. Other teams would have fouled. They stuck with it, able to get the stop. That's the type of discipline that you need, even though you're a little bit undersized by height if you're Nueva Ecija. If they could keep this on, and more importantly, not get the crowd involved, which I think they did an excellent job, they're going to have a good chance of stealing this one here in the home of Pampanga.
We saw the leading scorer for Nueva Ecija. It's Roy Sumang with 9. Kabila naman, Justin Baltazar already has 13
He was
points.
huge.
15 rebounds as well for Balti in the first half. Coach Emmer, how about you? You have any thoughts at halftime?
Ang observation for the first half, I think tama si Christian, Coach Chris. If whoever control the boards in this ball game, I think mas malaki yung chance nilang manalo. Kasi unang-una, may second chance ka sa offensive rebound pa lang. So may chance ka pang make ng basket and make some plays.
And so we start the third quarter now in Pampanga. And as we know, the third quarter is very crucial, especially if you're going up against Nueva Ecija.
Very evident that situation, Chris. Talagang one-on-one lang yung depensa ng Nueva Ecija kay Justin Baltazar. I think their scouting report on Justin Baltazar. Right. Stay on ground with Justin and then bahala na yung big boys ng Nueva Ecija.
And we see a little changes now to start the third quarter. Starting lineup ng Nueva Ecija. Starting is Oiloan in the place of Villarias, while a ton of changes for Pampanga. Serrano, Liwag, and Binuya, who came off the bench in the first half, starts the third.
Villarias struggled in the first half, only 1 out of 6 from the field. Encho Serrano also struggled for Pampanga, 1 out of 8.
Yeah, and credit the defense of first of all of Pampanga, Tolentino. Coach Emmer pointed out earlier, yung depensa niya, of playing him off the ball. But the same thing goes with the defense of Oiloan and Villarias, who had his chances also on Serrano.
They are very underrated in being defensive players in Villarias and Oiloan. Serrano converting from the line to tie things up, 33 all.
I mean, think about it. Justin Baltazar, he just had a monster first half. 13 points, 15 boards. You were up by 1. You gotta feel good about that.
Michael Mabulak converting for 2.
Now for his second field goal, I believe, in this game, he has 4 points and 3 rebounds.
Here we go again.
Balti.
Down low for Balti.
Serrano in trouble. Almost a steal. Recovery for Binuya. Raymond, kick out. JLC, big 3. No conversion. Liwag on the recovery.
Offensive rebound, Chris. As I've said, crucial yung offensive rebounding for both teams.
That's their 14th offensive rebound. More importantly, it came off an open shot by John Lloyd Clemente, which prepares your rebounders for the rebound.
Oh, Mabulak lost his left shoe. Wico spinning and missing. Mabulak now putting his shoe back on. It's numbers for Pampanga. Binuya onto Serrano, screen by Balti. And Shaw, the drive and the foul.
Go ahead.
Great respect right there between Jay Collado and Encho Serrano. Collado is also a Kapampangan, one of the 3 from Nueva Ecija, joining Wico and Philip Manalang.
Jay Collado?
Yeah, Jay Collado. Michael Mabulak giving that ball to Michael Wico as he lost his shoe in the previous sequence. $35 all. Encho Serrano at the line. You think free throws could be the key here for Encho?
Well, just to get him going, yes. It always helps a scorer.
Oh, Binuya is called for a foul. Third foul now on Raymond Binuya, who was a spark plug in the third frame for Pampanga versus Pasay. 2 minutes gone by. Crispiton bringing that basketball down against Binuya. They go to Will Macaloni. On the drive against Alin Liwag. Macaloni trying to muscle his way through, and he scores.
That was actually perfect defense over the outstretched arms, just a liwag.
Nakaka-miss lang to si Will Macaloni, Chris. I saw that for his last game, yung injury niya. May kita mo siya ngayon, parang baliwala. And it happens that tuhod yun.
Right.
For us player, mahirap. Mahirap natin i-take risk yung mga ganyang situation.
There's the muscle from Will Macaloni, who had to sit out in the previous outing so he can rest. But he had to make sure that he was going to play today. Balti is fouled inside.
Tingin ko, dala na rin ang adrenaline yan. Tulad doon nabanggit natin kanina. Inaantay mo tong July 1 eh. Nakamarka na sa'yo to eh. So kahit na anong nararamdaman mo, kahit na may sakit ka pa o anong sakit, titiisin mo yan at pagdating ng laro, makakalimutan mo siya saglit, pero after ng laro, iindahin mo.
Tama ka doon, Coach Chris. Talagang,
alam mo yan, pare.
Hindi mo palalagpasin yung mga ganitong klaseng laro. Kahit na may masakit sa'yo, I'm sure, mababaliwala lahat yan.
Will Macaloni continues to be aggressive here, and he's fouled.
It's going to be an interesting decision on the part of Coach Gov Delta. If they will stick with Allen and Liwag, and the adjustment also on the side of Nueva Ecija. We talked about this in the first half. The bigs of Nueva Ecija was playing more back to the basket. Now they're more facing up. Realizing na mas maliit tayo, baka mas may advantage tayo, baka mas mabilis tayo. And so far, they've been having success.
Kumbaga, beat him with your dribble.
Right.
Will Macaloni at the line, the leading scorer of Nueva Ecija in this season. He could be making an all-star appearance. We're going to have to find out about that as we go through the 5th season of the MPBL. 39-37. Almost 3 minutes gone by in the 3rd frame. JLC to Balti against Mahula. Couple of cutters. Kurt Rayson, who has been silent tonight. That was supposed to be a travel. And then it ends up with a 3-pointer for JLC.
Napakaswerte ng Pampanga that sequence. Kala natin turnover na, Chris, but I end up a 3-point field goal for Pampanga.
Well, ito, matutuloy yung turnover against Nueva Ecija. So, you're looking at a 5-point swing potentially right here.
Now, this 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances. The first in what may be a 5-point swing, as you were mentioning.
In a sense, no, because that could have been a turnover. And obviously, if it was a turnover, prevented the 3. But then Macaloni turned the ball over. Pwede magkaroon ng konting run dito ang Pampanga, starting with this one.
Pass inside, ball tapped away, recovered by Uiloan. Nueva Ecija to try to regain the lead. Rico is fouled. Oh, fans reacting to it. Now, Coach Chris, Coach Emmer, if I may, let's take this time to greet some people. Dahil marami-raming nanonood. Una natin batiin ang mga VIPs ng Pampanga. Senior Deputy Speaker Congressman Don Gonzales, Team Owner Manager AJ Gonzales, City Councilor Brent Gonzales, Senior Board Member Mika Gonzales, who just got married, by the way, Vice Mayor Rudy Gonzales of Mexico, Governor Dennis Delta Pineda, Vice Governor Lilia Nane Pineda, Board Member Maylene Pineda, Mayor Philip Lagit of Binaling Pampanga, and Athletic Sports Apparel. Hindi pa tayo tapos dyan. Batiin natin si Boss Joe Ramos, who's watching right now, ang ating Executive Officer in the MPBL. Diesel Tupas is watching. Pasay owners are watching as well. Batiin din natin sila Lavin and JD Castro and Sir Kaiser Galvez, the manager of Muntinlupa. Enzo Serrano on the escape, no basket.
I tell you, that has to be the best one-on-one fast break in this game. And that was an outstanding move, but well defended by Mike Wigo.
Macaloni misses. Rayson on the run. No numbers. Kurt Rayson is fouled. Uiloan trying to plead his case that it was all ball.
Nasa batean na rin tayo. Magbabati na rin ako ng Basko. Boss Patok Gregorio.
Oh, Boss Patok.
Ang Quezon.
Ibang klase. Ibang klase itong matchup talaga ito eh. They're waiting for this matchup. No? Marami naghihintay nito. Even our team owners. Marami. Like yung mga binati ni Migs.
Hindi pa nga tapos yun eh. Grabe. If I may again. Yeah. Good evening to SBS Espinosa. Javi Palanya. Pamaran Sala, Johan Dumlao, Manila Stars, Coach Nico Chongko of the UP Fighting
Nico,
Maroons.
he's watching?
Yes. Batiin natin ang Alcars with owner Adrian Aaron Ngo, one of the former sponsors in the MPBL for Basilan Steel that was.
Right.
Sir Jake Coper, Cocoy del Ocampo, happy birthday to you as well.
Safe flight sa aking mga kasama. As you see, Danny Ildefonso on the side giving instructions. Kay Allen Liwag, Danny Ildefonso, assistant/playing coach for Converge.
Right.
Ayan maganda mapakita yan.
Grabe naman yun. For Alan Liwag, talagang...
words of wisdom.
Yes, exactly. One thing for sure, isang... it's Archen.
Archen Kayabyab.
Of,
former NU Bulldogs. Yeah, teammates yan.
What a star-studded cast for us tonight.
Ay, hindi na pala nag-abot. Sa atin, nakalaban natin. Nakalaban natin.
Si Archen, ha?
Si Archen. Si Archen.
Conversion for Kurt Rayson at the line. The lead now is 3 points, 43-40. 6 minutes and 12 in the third frame. Here's Chris Biton.
I think crucial here, Coach Chris and Mick, si Byron sa akin. They need their firepower from the 3-point.
He was 1 out of 6 from the field in the first half. No 3-pointers as of yet for the reigning finals MVP. And now we see a block courtesy of Alan Liwag.
Well, to your point, Mix, both teams really struggled in that first half. Both teams shot the ball 6 for 26 combined. And especially for Pampanga, remember, they made their first 3 shots. Courtesy of Baltasar with 2, Apolonio with that corner shot. Ever since, it was a struggle.
They were scoreless in the last 5 minutes of the second. As you take a look at our block story, +2 for Pampanga. They are the leaders in this league in terms of blocks per game.
Now, Baltasar and Sangalang having a pair of those 5 each.
Villarias able to get that ball. Tough shot. Short. Rebound Bauti.
I believe that was blocked by Allen Liwag. He had a finger on the ball.
Baltazar has 14 points and 18 rebounds in this game. Inside. He scores!
Grabe. Parang, Coach Chris, masabi ko na parang, is it a Danny I move for Justin Baltazar?
Both!
Grabe.
Justin with 16 and 18 as his numbers. Macaloni is blocked. Momentum Pampanga. Can they capitalize on this?
Ito ang ayaw natin mangyari for Nueva Ecija, no? Yung fans ng Pampanga na...
And rightfully so, they score on the break. They definitely needed that one.
Yeah.
A little unforced right there. Good intentions, Kurt Rayson. He saw Baltasar, but the pass was not well executed. A little behind and led to the fast break of Nueva Ecija. Sumang to Wico.
There's a foul here on the swipe. That's on Byron Villarias as we bring you this epic move of the game. In partnership with OKBet, together we win. Danny Ildefonso. Oh no, that's Balti Baltazar.
Yeah.
Scoring for Pampanga.
A simple drop step from the baseline, Chris.
Well, which every big man should have. Pero parang kahit ikaw, meron ka yan eh.
Ganun talaga pag Michael Jordan.
MJ, alam mo, pinagmamalaki ko sa kanila yan. MJ ang tawag namin sa iyo.
Tawag lang.
Tawag lang. Ginaan mo ko eh.
Yeah, tawag lang. But again, tama ka, no? Every big man, kailangan may mga ganong klaseng move. But one thing for sure, yun din yung ginagawa ni Michael Mabulak sa ibang big guys.
Tama.
Correct.
Diba? Kung mapapansin natin.
Especially last year. Court was his playground, becoming an all-star starter for the North. Roy Sumang to Will Macaloni. Couple of cutters, Malabas, Shaq Taganas.
Oh, flex action once again for Nueva Ecija. This is how they started the game.
Almost a turnover. 5 on the shot clock.
That's a
There's
foul.
a whistle.
Yeah. On Concepcion.
Yeah.
Caging.
Good call by the referee. Huh?
I love this. I love this. Speaking of Delta, pleading his case.
Could this be a challenge here? They've only witnessed one challenge so far in our 3 set of games today.
I think they're gonna challenge.
I think they're gonna lose this challenge though.
Well, you were pointing out was it a wraparound?
I think the referee is looking for I think also is over the back foul.
Ginawa niya yung ginawa ko sa asawa ko kasi anniversary namin.
Happy anniversary pala.
Niyakap ko. Niyakap din ni Archie. So, ano yun?
Napaka-sweet mo naman, Chris.
Yeah.
Yan talaga mga tiga-UST.
Yan talaga.
Nasingit pa pa yun, ha?
Matik yun.
Happy anniversary, Coach Chris. Ilang years?
16.
16. Shout out to Marie. At dahil may pabati na tayo, tuloy ulit ako. Okay
Sige,
lang ba?
go ahead. Migs.
Happy birthday to Robert Pabiling. Happy birthday to Ma'am Abby Aguarin, who's actually sitting behind us right now. Happy birthday to you. Kayo ba? Meron kayong gustong batiin?
Ako, may babatiin na rin ako. I think some of our team owners from the South Division are watching right now. Speaking of South Division, Mr. Dennis Abelia, I think he's watching.
Boss Dennis.
Boss Dennis ng Bacoor.
Si Boss Chris Conway din. Diyan sa Bacoor.
And I think also Ma'am Anita.
Kau,
the owner of Zamboanga.
Hello, madam.
Ang maganda sa MPBL. Marami tayong abangan.
Hindi lang yan, pati mga writer nanonood. Matthew Lee,
talaga.
Tiebreaker Times. Gagandahan daw niya yung sulat. Ng pagka-commentator natin ngayon.
The debut of Ever Oreta. By the way, speaking of Bacoor, it's Nueva Ecija versus Bacoor in Palayan City, right?
Yan ang isang exciting matchup na gusto natin makita. Marami. Yan ang pangako natin sa mga fans natin. Marami tayong ibibigay sa kanilang magagandang matchup dito sa MPBL.
Ay, habol na rin natin from Muntinlupa. Kaiser John
Galvez. Si Boss Kaiser. This was the foul on Archie. The challenge was unsuccessful.
What I tell you.
Yeah.
You can't hug your opponent.
Hindi pwede.
Alright, so we continue with our third quarter basketball.
Ay, yung mga mahal natin sa buhay.
Tama.
Si Len, tsaka si Maria.
Tama.
Actually, they're watching right now, my family. Hi to my wife, Len, and my daughter, Ellen M.
Good evening to the Oretas. This year for Byron, he still continues to struggle.
Outside.
Tagana's losing space.
As I've said, Chris, extra possession na naman sana yan for Nueva Ecija, for JR Taganas. Kaya lang, yun. Out of bounds.
Wala nang spasyo
Wala nang space.
That's an easy call. So we go back with Pampanga. They're up by 4 with 4 minutes and 13 remaining in the third. Concepcion. Archie will fire. That's short. Rebound Macaloni.
Not a good shot. You can get that shot anytime. Every possession, especially when Baltasar is inside, you want the ball going through his hands.
Sumang. This is on the other end.
Tama yung Coach Chris, for me, but for Pampanga. Kailan mag-start ka ng offense mo kay Justin.
Baltazar will give up the pick. Archie used it. Now it's Rayson. Almost dazzled the crowd. No basket, it's a foul.
Well, Kurt Rayson is certainly a guy that can light up this crowd and that light up the score sheet.
2 free throws for Kurt Rayson. He only has 3 points so far in this matchup with 2 boards and 2 dimes. First one is good for Rayson. Coach Alden Ayo is also at the sideline.
Mr. Mayhem.
Welcome, Coach Aldin, sa MPBL. If I'm not mistaken, nag-coach din sa atin, Coach Chris, nung invitational natin.
Right.
Coach Bicol. Yeah.
Wasn't he coach of Mandaluyong before?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's the only team na kinoach ni Coach Aldin.
48-42, Roy Sumang against Kurt Rayson. A couple of moving bodies for Nueva Ecija. There's the screen. Macaloni up top. He actually has the best percentage from downtown for Nueva Ecija, but he misfired. Rayson bringing down that basketball. On the drive, 1-2, tough pass, turnover. Breakaway for Renz Palma. That's 2 points.
Diyan mo naman naasahan si Renz sa mga open court na ganyan. Parang sanay na sanay itong Nueva Ecija, Chris. May kita mo yung mga big guys nila. Once they rebound the ball, nakatingin kagad ng outlet pass. Hinahanap na eh.
The other end, under 3 minutes, Kurt Rayson has the leather. Screen by Sangalang. Rayson will fire. That's good.
And that's a big shot by Kurt Rayson because Coach Gov Delta, itinawag na si Binuya. Pero nung na-shoot,
balik
ni Kurt Rayson, pinabalik niya.
Parang may kilala akong gano'n, Chris.
Ang initial ba niya? EO.
parang may, alam mo, pasensyahan lang sumut Coach.
At syempre, the late Coach Arik, mahal na mahal natin yan.
Yes, no. Exactly. Speaking of our late Coach Arik, he's a Kapampangan. No, I think one thing for sure. Diba, Chris?
Grabe, sobrang alaga tayo rito. Ito yung ball screen action, no? Shaq Taganas, bihirang-bihira lalabas. He's usually gonna drop on the ball screen. Kurt Rayson, nabasa yon. At he bought himself some time on the floor with that shot.
Mukhang hindi nila alam yung defensive scheme nila on that sequence, Coach Chris. Hindi natin alam kung mag-show si Taganas. So, ginawa niya, bumakdown siya kasi iniisip niya si Justin for a roll.
Right.
Well, you have to cover Malte Baltazar, who's up to 17 points with 18 rebounds now in this game. 52-44, 2 minutes and 14 in the third.
They need Byron, no, sa mga ganitong sitwasyon for me.
Macaloni bumping his way through, no basket. Ball tapped away, rebound Pampanga.
Nakikita mo, Chris, yung nag-aalangan si Macaloni pag si Justin ang bantay niya.
Nag-iiba yung tira niya.
Sanggalang, good fake. There's the escape.
Wow, what a stretch. What a stretch for Sanggalang.
Wow. Alapilita Corrales, yung layup na yun. Ang ganda naman ng finish ni Sanggalang.
9 points for Louis, miss for Macaloni. Numbers for Pampanga. Rayson, 2-pointer.
Ito na ang 6-man. 6-man ng Pampanga. Nakakatakot yan.
Now usually, the third quarter belongs to the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. But if you have home court as the top team in the league, that's certainly an advantage for you.
Well, this is the one we talked about that Nueva Ecija did a good job in the first half, not getting the crowd involved. But it's not been the case in the last 2 minutes. This crowd is definitely involved.
Pampanga now up by 12.
Back at the Brenzy Giao Convention Center for your OKBet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. And now, I am with a very special guest. Sigurado kung kilala nyo to, si Ian Sanggalang. Hindi daw siya related kay Louis Sanggalang, pero isa siyang Kapampangan. At dahil nga Kapampangan ka, hindi ko natatanungin kung sinong gusto mong manalo dito, ano? Pero bilang isang veterano na may experience sa ganitong klaseng pressure, ano sa tingin mo kailangan gawin ng Pampanga para makalayo ng todo dito sa Nueva Ecija?
Para sa akin, masyado lang kasi silang gigil, masyado silang tight sa laro nila. Siguro dahil ang daming nanonood or in this, kasi sanay sila laging lamang Laging lamang sa laro, laging nakakalamang. So this time, ibahin mo kasi it's a different ball game. Kalaban mo yung defending champion. So kailangan nilang mag-stick sa game plan, relax, and enjoy the game. So that's it. So kaya-kaya nila pag ginawa siguro nila yun para sa akin.
Salamat, Ian. Anong gusto mo sabihin sa mga fans mo na Kapampangan?
Sa lahat ng fans ng taga Pampanga, maraming salamat sa suporta nyo. Sana tuloy-tuloy yung suportahan yung Pampanga Lanterns and si Gov Dennis Delta Pineda. Salamat.
Maraming salamat, Kuya Ian Sanggalang. Back to you, Migs, Kuya Chris, and Kuya E.
Thank you, Mika. I'd actually want to ride on to that point of Ian Sanggalang with this being a different scenario, a different situation for Pampanga. It actually applies as well to Nueva Ecija because Pampanga, they have 15 wins already in the season, but only 4 of them are against winning teams here in the MPBL. All the others have losing records. Kabila naman sa Nueva Ecija, they have 14 wins, but only 2 wins against winning teams.
Well, that's a big difference. But obviously, a big difference also has been Roy Sumang since the start of this ball game. Had 9 points in that first half. Was able to keep their heads afloat. And right there, with a 2+1 special. And I would like to add sa pinag-uusapan natin kanina. Thank you, Boss Kaiser. Tama. nag-coach sa Muntinlupa rin, si Coach Alvin.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So hindi Mandaluyong, pero
Right.
Muntinlupa.
Muntinlupa pala, yeah.
There's a foul inside.
That's a good timeout for Coach Gerson. Kaya lang, na-miss ni Roy Sumang yung bonus free throws. And speaking of Muntinlupa pala, no, greet na rin natin si Boss Aya and Attorney JMC. So lahat na sila. And I think also the team manager of Imos, Boss Monching, is watching from Las Vegas right now. Hello, Boss.
Good evening po sa inyo. Coach Louis Gonzalez is watching as well with Nico Salva, ating mga analysts. Ivan Tracy, sa ating MPBL family.
Sino yun?
Si Ivan Tracy.
Parang hindi ko kilala yun.
Some people from Batangas are watching as well. Mark Garcia, Consejal Macmac Garcia, Batang Duay Fans Club, and Embassy Chills Fanatics. Good evening, everybody. 56-46.
Crucial 1 minute for Nueva Ecija, Chris. Kailangan nila itong mababa kahit paano itong lead ng Pampanga.
Well, importante itong minute na to your point dahil magkakaroon sila, babalik pa sa kanila yung bola rito.
Oh.
At start ng fourth sa kanila pa unang possession, but they end up with a turnover.
Numbers for Pampanga here. Garcia's all alone. Off to the left, rebound Byron, forward pass, and this will be the easiest 2 points of the night for Michael Wico.
So nabawi nila yung turnover, naka-quick 2 sila, babalik pa ulit because may 8-second differential shot clock. Malaking bagay yan sa Nueva Ecija.
Allen Liwag facing up against Michael Mabulak. 11 on the shot clock. A lot of time. That's a miss. Sanggalang, wala pa rin. Louis, one more try. Still no good. Allen Liwag. Now it's rebounded by Michael Vico.
As I've said, Chris, makikita mo yung
turnover on the other end.
Turnover for
2 seconds. Sanggalang! Was that a foul?
Wow. That's a surprise. No call to me. I thought there was a lot of contact. Great effort by Bobby B. It looked to be a sure layup already. But there was definitely a ton of contact right there.
I think he's trying to dunk it.
Yeah, but this is worth another look.
Let's see.
Even Calvin Nabueva was very animated reacting to the non-call.
Now we're still waiting for the replay. Here it comes.
See what happened here? There's the
You see it right
contact.
there, sa ulo.
Are they gonna call this though? Kaya pa bang i-reverse yan?
Hindi. Hindi mo na napito
they
eh.
can reverse. They cannot reverse on that call. First and foremost, walang tawag ang referee.
Right.
So,
if it's a no call, that's the only time that you cannot challenge.
Exactly. And
nagamit
nagamit na yung challenge
Nagamit
pa
na rin
ng
yung challenge eh.
Pampanga.
And so we end the third quarter with a score.
Calvin Nabueva.
Right. That's his reaction. 56-48 is our score. Pampanga looking good.
We give you this fourth quarter action here at the Battle of the Titans between Pampanga and Nueva Ecija. At kasama ko ngayon, Spider-Man, Arwin Santos. Arwin, alam ko maraming beses ka na napunta sa ganitong klaseng sitwasyon na nakaka-pressure. Gaano ba kasarap maglaro sa isang game na ganito?
Ay, sobrang sarap kasi dito mo makikita na yung isang sitwasyon na pwedeng pag-usapan ng isang linggo doon sa lugar mo, sa barrio mo, lalo na pagka Pampanga. Lalo na pagka nananalo. Kasi ang mga nakasuporta sa'yo, tinitingnan nila kung talagang kung gaano ka kagaling, kung ano yung napagmulan mo, lalo na yung mga kaibigan mo. So sobrang sarap kasi dito mo mapapakita talaga na lahat ng mga pinagpaguran mo, pinagsakripisyon mo, nagbunga. So nakaka-proud lang, lalo na siyempre na from the scratch, mga pinanggalingan ng mga Kapampangan players, lahat ng mga players. Yun ang pinaka achievements, yung mga ganitong pressure na kaya nilang handlein, hindi lang sa mga buhay nila, na kaya nilang mag-get over. Yun.
At alam mo, Arwin, nararamdaman ko pa rin yung excitement habang kinukwento mo yan sa akin ngayon. Anong gusto mo sabihin sa mga Kapampangan fans mo?
Siyempre, kaluguran na kayong babatak sa Sagad ng Kaporak. Sana itapo sa asawang susuporta ka rin kabilang tawag kayong Pampanga Lanterns. At maniwala ko po dahil pang Kapampangan at talent daratang soon. Kaya mabuhay Tamungan.
Salamat, Arwin. Migs, Coach Chris, Coach E.
You got it. you have to love the inspiration rather being provided to the players of Pampanga by the likes of Arvin Santos, Calvin Abueva, Ian Sangalang and company. Right now, they are looking inspired as they're up by 8 beginning the fourth quarter. Coach Chris, ang ating quarter scoring.
Well, look at this one. Pampanga was off to a great start. That was when Baltasar made 2 threes to start off the game. Lamang silang 7, but Nueva Ecija stormed back in the second quarter, 16-7, and then Pampanga taking the third, and that's why they're enjoying this 8-point lead. Make that 10 after that reverse layup of Justin Baltasar, and Justin is going to be called for taunting. Now, as much as this is the correct call, I disagree with this one. This should be. This is a gray area. This should be a part of the game, especially if you're at home.
And he's called for a deck as well. Let's see. Balti.
I think I'm gonna explain on that part, Chris.
Yeah.
Yung taunting na sinasabi kasi natin para maliwanagan yung fans natin or basketball fan. We have guidelines on that. It's okay to do that, pero wag kang parang not in front of a player.
Right.
So that's the difference.
Tinignan niya kasi, no?
Yes. Tinignan niya si, if I'm not mistaken, si Mabulak. But if you go down na wala siyang tinignan, I think it's a let go.
Correct.
So yun ang pwede natin i-explain sa mga fans natin, no? Para dito sa mga referee natin para tawagan yung taunting na ginawa ni Justin. And speaking of Justin, no, sinabi na nag-interview ni Mika si Ian Sangalang, Arvin Santos, no, kino-congratulate natin si Gob Delta, yung programa niya dito sa Pampanga. No? May kita mo halos lahat ng Pampanga team, mga homegrown players.
Yes.
It is because yung programa ni Gob Delta, may kita natin, mga bata pa lang to, inaalagaan na niya.
That's why the support is on a different level here in San Fernando. Mabulak on the give and go. That's a miss. Rebound Collado.
Shot clock.
It's down to 4. Sumang straight away 3.
Wow, that's big, Chris.
That is big.
That's big.
And he has been big time the whole game, since the start of this game, really. Roy Sumang, he has 14 points.
58-52. Balti Baltazar against Collado. Balti taking his time. One-hander, no bounce. Rebound for the Rice Vanguards.
Coach Chris, they're sticking to one-on-one defense on Justin. Kung makikita mo, mukhang yun ang scouting report talaga nila ni Coach Gerson. Pinag-aralan nila na mabuti for Justin. Kasi pagka lahat ng games ng Pampanga, makikita mo dinodouble si Baltasar. That's why doon nakaka-create sila Rayson and Serrano para makapag-create like this.
Serrano escaping inside, scoring for 2.
And that's a big basket para kay Enzo Serrano. He does have 9 points, but he has been struggling the whole game. Let's see how Nueva Ecija answers back.
Not the best shooting percentage for Enzo Serrano as Michael Mabulak gets fouled.
Well, ihahabol ko na rin. Dahil paalis na dapat kami ngayon. Nauna yung unang batch papuntang Serbia. Nanonood sa airport. May Kagulangan, Jan Velesilda, and Terence Fortena, aming 3 point guard habang nag-aantay sa kanilang flight.
Pwede ba ako magsalita?
Go ahead.
Hope to see you guys play here in MPBL. Ingat kayo sa biyahe.
Ano si Terence? Si Terence Fortea. Batang San Juan yan. Diyan lang ako, diyan ako hinto. Diyan lumaki sa San Juan yan. So,
see you soon, guys. See you soon here. No, pero kita nyo kung gaano ka exciting dito sa MPBL. May kita mo naman.
Huwag muna si Velesilda at si Fortea. Si Maymay siguro pag-graduate.
Yeah.
Right now it is Pampanga versus Nueva Ecija with a score of 60-53. Over 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Luis Sangalang scores inside. Sangalang is up to 11 points now in this game. But also, not the best shooting percentage for him. Only 5 out of 14. Mabulak getting the bounce.
Well, that's a tough shot by Mike Mabulak, but one thing you like about him is that he's always had a nice touch around the basket. Kaya kahit na medyo palipit, kaya pa rin niyang ipasok yung tira.
Ako, nagugulat ako, Coach Chris, yung pasahan ng big guys ng Nueva Ecija. No, very evident niya kahit last season, yung pasahan from Mabulak to Collado. Yeah?
Luis Sangalang has come alive in this game. 13 points now for him.
Well, he has, and we talked about the others, na magko-contribute. Sangalang in double figures, as you mentioned, also has 6 rebounds and 3 assists and 2 blocks.
Miss from Michael Wico.
Yan ang nakakatakot pa sa Pampanga, Chris. No, pag nagkakaroon lahat ng kumpiyansa pa itong mga sinasabi mong others, no? Agree ako dyan. Lalong hindi mahirapan si Justin na kunin lahat ng load for Team Pampanga.
That's the 3rd lifting violation in today's set of games. And all on point guards. That was on Kurt Rayson. You know, Coach Emmer was talking about the dishing ability of Balti Baltazar. It would be easier for him to give up that basketball to his teammates. He's actually number 10 in the league now in assists, averaging
about 5
per game.
5 per game.
Wow. Ibang klase itong player talaga na na si Justin Baltazar. No? Makikita mo, ha? I think isang advantage doon Coach Chris, mga kababayan niya talaga, yung teammate niya. So,
which means
at home siya.
Kababata niya rin. Yun yung malaking, kasama mo lumaki.
Exactly. One thing for sure, lahat ng barangay dito sa Pampanga, magkakasama rin itong mga to.
Right. Ang diferensya lang siya, lumaki ng husto.
Yun lang.
Marami namang matangkad sa kanila. Baseline inbound for Roy Sumang. They go to Jonathan Uloan.
He's been quiet this second half.
After the 3.
The buzzer beating 3 in the second quarter.
Sumang misfires. Rebound Balti. There's a foul on Mabula. Baltazar now has 22 rebounds with his 18 points.
Pakiulit.
22. And the record that he set was 27.
Mas marami pa siyang rebounds na tig-iisa lang kada kuha. Kesa yung puntos, 18 pa lang siya.
Yes.
Na tig-2.
What a performance. Balti already had a double-double at halftime. 64-55. 6 minutes and change. Kurt Rayson. Step back. 3-pointer.
Tough shot.
No bounce. Rebound Goleado.
They should take advantage. This is a 5-on-4 break with Baltazar jogging back.
Fontanilla from the corner. Short. Ball tap. Recovery for Nueva Ecija. That's a lot of time and space. But a sorry miss for Iloan. One more chance. Rice Vanguards. Bounce. Macaloni is blocked. It's a charge.
As I've said, Coach Chris, talagang nahirapan si Macaloni pag nakikita niya si Justin Baltazar.
Well, this is where you should adjust in terms of how you finish at the rim. Knowing that Justin Baltazar is going to be there, it has to be quick. You got to be quick off the floor. And sometimes you're going to have to, have that mini floater instead na bubuhatin mo sa taas.
Alam mo, para sa akin, kung may scout mo itong Pampanga team, kailangan, pagkalaban mo Pampanga, pilitin mong ilabas si Justin.
Exactly.
Yun ang kakailanganin mo. But at the end of the day, Coach Chris, kung ilalabas mo.
Wow!
Wow!
No, Coach Emmer, you were just about to say, kung ilalabas mo siya.
Ilalabas mo si Justin, kaya lang meron ka pa rin malaking liwag. No, kaya napakaraming firepower ni Coach Gob Delta.
Well, this could be a basket timeout situation for Nueva Ecija if Pampanga is able to score.
2 free throws for Balti Baltazar. And now we bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. Together we win. The guy who was hailed the best player for 3 times already in 3 outings. Encho Serrano going all the way for those 2 points. That's a good sign for him as he has struggled shooting the basketball.
Well, that's just a beautiful move, how he split that ball screen. And the slide by and the finish, that stretched left-handed layup. Oh, what a beauty.
Encho is only 4 out of 13 from the field. Balti converts at the line.
And there's the timeout. Kailangan din natin ng pahingi.
67-55, 12-point lead halfway through the 4th and final break. Enzo Serrano scored his career high in 3 games here in the MPBL with 33 points, 17, more than half in the third quarter in the previous game versus the Pasay Voyagers. Now, Coach Christian and I covered that game. Coach Chris, what impressed you the most in that last outing of Encho versus Pasay?
Well, the 17 points in the third quarter, I think to say that we were impressed with that is an understatement. But really the consistency, as you mentioned before that timeout, of not only being the best player of the game, but how he fit in right away. And nabanggit nga ni Coach Emer kanina, no? Justin Baltasar. Hindi lang si Justin Baltasar yung lumaki kasama tong mga to. Kababayan, kababata. Si Enzo Serrano rin eh.
Yes.
So, for a new guy to come in wherein they were 12-0 and then para matanggap mo kagad yun, diba? Sa ibang team na hindi niya kababayan, hindi niya kababata, palagay ko magsa-struggle yan ng konti. Pero dahil kilala na nila, no, wala nang period of adjustment and obviously that favors Pampanga.
Tama. I agree on that, Chris. Very. Parang parang talagang pamilya lang sila dito eh.
Correct.
Hinintay lang nila si Enzo Serrano. Parang isang leader rin. I think tanggap ng ibang players ng Pampanga that isa sa magiging key player nila si Enzo this season for MPBL.
I mean, think about it. We were given yung box scores of last year when these two teams meet, and I was looking at it. The top scorer was Apolonio. He had 20. Even a guy like Concepcion, who's averaging about 12 points per game coming into this ball game. Pero bakit wala sila ngayon? You know, and it's no knock on them. That's because Enzo Serrano is Enzo Serrano.
And Balti Baltazar is Balti Baltazar.
Well, I think malaking bagay yun for Apolonio and Concepcion.
Right.
Kung paano nila tinanggap si Enzo, you know? Kasi siyempre, before, sila yung inaasahan eh.
Correct.
Kurt Grayson misfires. Rebound to Wico. That's off of Pampanga.
Yeah, I think what's crucial, if you look at the big picture, okay, for Pampanga, obviously, they're aiming to dethrone itong Nueva Ecija, is for the two guys, Archie Concepcion and Apolonio, of how they accept yung kanilang bagong role ngayong nandito na si Enzo at si John Lloyd Clemente.
4 minutes and 25. Jonathan Iloan, Otto Collado, signature pick and pop. In and out. That's gotta hurt for Nueva Ecija. JLC on the other end. Pampanga looking good. Clemente, Balti. Basket and one. Four fouls now for Will McAloney. That has to be very painful for Nueva Ecija. Balti Baltazar has been nothing short of splendid in today's outing. He's up to 21 points and 22 rebounds. Bonus is good. Let me check that. 23 boards now for Balti Baltazar. Wico in trouble against two defenders. Kick out. McAloney, his turn to attack. Oh, he loves that.
Yun ang sinasabi natin, Coach Chris. Yung face up against Balti, right, mas malaki yung chance mo makascore.
Mauunahan mo kasi siya. At medyo may buwelo ka pag nakaharap ka instead of yung back to the basket. 13-point lead. 3:30 remaining.
7 on the shot clock. That's a turnover. Forward pass. McAloney on the run. McAloney, sorry miss.
Might be a little fatigued though. That was a fatigue layup. Kaya short na, wala na masyadong lift.
Yeah, but you're gonna credit Clemente on that sequence.
Did not give up on the play.
Yun naman gusto mong makita sa mga players mo.
Grayson, sidestep beauty. Sorry miss.
Well, this crowd was ready to explode.
McAloney is a bit fatigued walking down the court as Wico is not. He now scores for Nueva Ecija.
Still a lot of basketball time here. They just need some stops.
Tama ka dyan. I think Coach Gerson knows how to adjust on this kind of situation.
The thing is, you cannot foul. Penalty na kasi ang Nueva Ecija.
Yun lang. Bonus shot.
Jay Collado will now come in for Will Macaloni, who has 4 fouls in this game already. And again, he's playing with an injured knee. 11 points for Encho Serrano. Free throw is good. Now this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Second one's a miss, but an offensive rebound for Pampanga. Serrano on the drive. Tough pass, Liwag. Two-pointer. It's a 14-point game. Turnover. Pampanga feeding it. JLC. No good. That's off of Balti.
That would have been the dagger right there. 2:20 remaining, 14-point lead.
You can see Calvin Abueva on your screen.
Yeah. Saying a lot of things.
Oh, he's been very much fired up since the beginning of this ball game.
For me, kahit sino namang player, talagang ma-involve ka. Ma-involve ka para kang naglalaro sa ganitong matchup na nakikita natin ngayon.
Almost another turnover for Nueva Ecija. Wico could not score. Wala pa rin on the second try. Mabulak. Finally a basket. But they're losing time here. Only 2 minutes to go.
9 points for Mike Mabulak.
Pampanga up by 12. 73-61. Can they stay undefeated? Encho Serrano bombs away!
Ayun na, Chris.
After shooting the ball at a very poor rate of 3 out of 12 from the field, Encho Serrano has now come alive. He's up to 15 big ones.
Hindi ko lang kung naririnig nila yung crowd ng Pampanga. No?
I can't even hear ourselves right now.
Wow. As you can see, Coach Gob Delta.
RV Pagsanhan misses.
That's a push.
What a win this is going to be for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Take a look at that three-pointer from way out for Encho Serrano.
The defense back down on him. But Encho Serrano had other things in mind. And you're right, he able to bounce back after struggling pretty much the first 2 or maybe 3 quarters of this game.
As Balti proceeds to the line, Coach Emmer, I want to ask you this question. Seeing that now it's a 15-point game and only 90 seconds to go, if ever that Pampanga continues to win it and Nueva Ecija loses, how do you think that will change the perception of the fans, the viewers of these two teams as we go along the season?
For me, yung fans makikita nila kagad sa lineup pa lang ng Pampanga. No, I think they're more stronger team for Nueva Ecija on papers. But then again, hindi natin kailangan baliwalayin yung championship experience ng Nueva Ecija. One thing for sure, this coaching staff of Nueva Ecija, of Coach Gerson, pag-aaralan na tong game na to. No? Para pagdating nila, maglaban man sila sa playoffs, ready sila. No? Especially for Balti.
Oh, this is not good. Balti is hurt.
He hurt his knee. He's holding on to his knee.
But he's asking for the ball.
Well, Baltazar has already played 36 minutes in this game.
Wow. Let's just hope na
it looks to be
serious.
Yeah, it looks to be just a stay.
Oh no. He's on the floor now. The referees are not stopping the action. Rayson misses. Eh, mas lalo na ngayon dahil bola ng Nueva Ecija. Balti is still on the floor. Now, this would be a big concern.
Parang nakita ko nakatayo lang si Balti, then merong natumba na teammate niya. So baka let's not hope na hindi to serious for Pampanga.
Now, the good thing is he can walk. Then again, you will be concerned. Sometime soon, they will face Batangas. That's the position.
Nagkatamaan lang. Sting lang.
Yeah.
Pag ganyan, ice lang ba yan?
Ice. Ice lang yan for Coach Chris.
All right.
Wow.
So in the battle of the Titans here in the MPBL, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns remain undefeated as they defend their home court, winning by 12 against the defending champions, Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. What a way!
As you can see, Chris, after ng game, makita mo yung both management ng both teams, yung sportsmanship nila, makikita mo. They're shaking hands. Yan naman gusto natin dito sa MPBL. Pagdating sa loob ng court, magkakaaway kayo. Para pagkatapos, yun na.
There you see our founder, Boss Manny Pacquiao. He was in attendance for today's outing. Governor Coach Dennis Delta Pineda is very happy as they get the victory on their first home court defense in San Fernando versus the Rice Vanguards. So now, Nueva Ecija has 2 losses in our season. This is following their defeat to Jeff Viernes.
Isa pang advantage, Coach Chris, nitong panalo ng Pampanga. Baka may chance sila for the home court advantage come this playoff.
Correct. Minsan may psychological advantage din yan coming into that game. Pero sometimes it's overrated in my opinion. But you can expect Nueva Ecija, as you kept on mentioning, yung experience and maturity, hindi mo wala yan. But at the same time, now that Nueva Ecija has a feel for Pampanga, and if they meet sa North Finals, it's gonna be much different in my opinion. Tingin ko, talagang papahirapan na nila ang bawat isa. Hindi katulad ng ganito, double-digit lead.
Now, that player of the game was brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the MPBL. With OKBet, together we win. Pampanga will have home court advantage against Nueva Ecija come the playoffs. That's going to be a big deal for them. As now we turn you over to Mika Abesamis.
Balti, sabi ni Gov Delta sa akin kanina, he has more cards on his deck. At isa ka dun sa mga naidagdag na cards dun sa deck ni Gov Delta. Kitang-kita yung paghahanda nyo, lalo na sa loob. Talagang halos lahat hirap na hirap sa'yo. Anong masasabi mo dun?
Talagang pinaghandaan namin ang Nueva Ecija. Sa practice pa lang, talagang pagod na pagod kami. Ginawa namin yung best namin sa practice. Nakinig kami sa mga coaches. Kaya yun, stick together pa rin kami.
At sabi mo, pinaghirapan nyo yung practice. Dito sa laro, Balti, saan ka pinaka na-challenge sa Nueva Ecija?
Siguro sa mga big man, siyempre, defending champion tong team na to. So yun, di ba rin kami na down kasi nung first quarter, nung second quarter, hindi na kami naka-score. So yun, bumawi kami ng second half.
Balti, kumusta yung tuhod mo? Nahulog ka kanina?
Yun, okay lang matatapos na, doon pa natamaan.
Pero okay naman.
Okay naman.
Maraming salamat. Pero ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako sa mga Kapampangan. Maraming salamat sa mga sumaporta. And then sa Congressman, kay Don Gonzales, sa Gonzales family, and then sa lahat ng boss namin, kay Boss Archen, kay Abiab, kay Boss Maylin, kay Mami Agnes, sa family Baltasar, kay Ate Beth, ayun.
Maraming salamat, Balti. Congratulations. This player of the game is brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the MPBL. With OKBet, together we win. Migs, Coach Chris, Coach E.
Thank you, Mika. And so, Pampanga remains undefeated, 16-0. Nueva Ecija goes down to 14-2. On Monday, we go back to the Cuneta Astrodome in Pasay City for Bicol and Batangas, followed by San Juan and Manila, and the Voyagers defending their home court against the Imos SV squad. What a day it has been. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. In behalf of Coach Emer Areta, ang ating Head of Basketball Operations, Coach Christian Luanzon and Mika Abesamis, my name is Mix Gomez at ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
2-1 MPBL